So, um, would anyone like to just recap where we left off in the last game?
In the last episode of Journey Beyond, Lachlan's attempt to entreat with the masked figure and the automaton failed, and instead they dissipated in a cloud while several individuals whom we had met before, gnomes, appeared, but they appeared not to be under their own control. They cast several volleys at us, and notably, the lightning strike seemed to damage the ice, so clearly we are on thin ice. Uh, our group immediately assaulted the four gnomes on the elevated rocks and dispatched some of them rather quickly. However, more and more enemies began to be sensed, even though not yet apparent. Hezekiah's lines were able to detect some of them by smell, whereas the was it an automaton, or I forget what exactly this person was being called. Construct. That was it. Sorry. Right. The While most of the party engaged the construct in the west, Hezekiah managed to take down a few more enemies in the east before being trapped inside a cage with some slots with daggers pointing inside in a barrel. More and more of the ice is being destroyed, and soon the battlefield might be disappearing with the combatants on it.
Yeah, the battle continues. Towards the end of the fight, in the last game at least, one thing of note is that a large barreling puppet appeared above Hezekiah before being dropped on and encased a number of wooden poles, spears, if you like, hovered above the barrel. But that is where we left off. Hezekiah is now trapped within this hippo statue up on top of one of the rocks in the middle. His line are under attack from the remaining puppets, and some more puppets are now moving across the battlefield as well towards the other members of the party. You're still unaware of where one of the members have disappeared to, and obviously the construct is fighting in the back lines with Brother Keck and Aldrin. So, where we left off, just trying to check that. Seraphine, I think, had her go at the end of the game because that's where we checked.
Yeah, she did the thing.
So it then rolls straight into you, Locke. You're going back into your go.
Do you think I can see? Yeah. Do you think I can see him in there, or would you say the rock's in the way, kind of where I am?
Give me a perception check.
Well, perception. Oh no. All right, not bad.
Okay, you're aware there's a lot of activity over in that direction. There is a lot blocking your view, and you can just see like cresting the top of this hill. You can see this large barrel which is up top there now. But given your distance and the fact that you're all the way over there, and I don't know if you would know Hezekiah was in it or not.
Yeah, I just see it kind of there, and then that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I would say you're unsure about what it is, but and you did see it drop. Actually, I'd say I'll give you that. You saw it drop.
Yeah, and then I just didn't see what happened. Okay.
Yeah, maybe I'm just crushed underneath it.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, I will try and get a better look whilst also focusing. So I'm gonna go try and jump over the ice again to here.
Give me a dexterity roll.
Dex.
You're gonna make it. It's of how well you.
Ooh.
So you leap across the cracked and broken ice, and as you land, your foot goes out from under you, and you crash down on your knee. You skid. Doing a little spin in the ice. You're not prone though, but it's very.
Okay, let's do a little whoop, whoop, on a banana peel. Still can't really see anything from up here, so I'm gonna use dash and just try and climb up next to Romok. I'll just come up here, climb up. I'll take it. I'll get there.
This
and
one
I
being
will.
only 5 foot, I'll say there's no need for a check to see if you can get up there. It's no problem.
Okay, I'll say. Romok, what's going on? And then I will also have my thing attack as well. So it will do its slam attack twice. So I rolled 2d20 plus 7.
Does it need to move closer? Has it got range?
Yeah, it will just move down. So one's a 25, and the other one's gonna miss.
So 25 does hit.
Cool. And then I roll 2d8 plus 4. Wait, does it? Hang on a minute. Bear with me. I was looking at the wrong stat block. Yeah, I know I was looking at something wrong. Okay, the attack's fine, but the damage is different. So it's this plus 4 plus 4 again, I think? No. Plus the spell level. Yeah, so it is plus 4 plus 4, so 12 damage total.
What kind of damage is it as well, sir?
Bludgeoning, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it takes the damage and the water elemental smash. Is it water or ice elemental?
Water. Yeah. It can be a bit
water.
frosty if you want.
There's little bits of ice just floating.
There's a carrot in this name.
These watery fists just pummel into the side of the construct, which sort of is knocked back slightly. You can just see like between the one. Is there anything else which you want to do at all?
Or? No, unless Romok responds, that'll be it. That'll be move, dash, attack, everything.
I can't see you at the moment, but I'm assuming
I'm
Romok
right
will
next
sort
to
of
you.
spin and just turn. Have you emerged?
Yeah,
from invisibility?
I'm not invisible anymore.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Then yeah, I think I don't know. Would I have seen this hippo land and envelop Hezekiah, or am I in the same boat?
You're a lot closer. You're on top of the rock. You would have seen. Yeah, you would have seen.
But would I have seen him be swallowed as opposed to just be flattened?
You had finished dealing with the puppet up there previously,
Yep.
so I'd say you would have turned yourself to. I would say you'd be aware of the other elements in the battlefield immediately around you, and obviously there's a lot of action going on top of that rock next to you.
In which case, I'll relay that to Locke. Say we need. Oh, sorry. We need to get over there, and we need to save Hezekiah.
All right, I'm on it. And then yeah, that'll be me.
I just warn him of dangerous terrain and that the ice is cracking.
Yeah, so I'm on the rock as well.
So next time, be you.
Okay, so the basic idea of how I get the animals to do something is I'm supposed to give them verbal commands as a free action, which I haven't explicitly said I'm doing because it's pretty obvious, right? But seeing as how I'm about to transform myself, I will first command the lions to have a go at these guys, which are like right around them, and stepping over this one, I suppose. So yeah, let's have as many lines as are necessary to attack the top one to see if that guy goes off, goes down.
Yeah, go for it.
So we got the pack tactics. So just a bite with advantage. Okay, so that's the 25 is a crit for 13 piercing. Then we're looking at 20 for 11 piercing.
That's a hit as well, yeah.
And 23 for 5 piercing.
All
16.
hit.
Yeah, 29 total piercing damage. Yeah. Yep.
So
Okay.
the lions all just tear into that top one, and you're watching bits of this puppet. They're just falling off it. It still remains healthy, but it has lost several limbs.
Right.
Now, one thing you will realise, actually, you wouldn't realise because you're inside. Go on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, for my action, I'm going to wild shape into a spider, a tiny beast, which I imagine is small enough to crawl through the slots on this thing. As a spider, then, I guess I turn into a spider on the ground in the center of the barrel thing, then crawl up the wall on the inside of it, crawl out one of the holes, and kind of move closer to my lions, who I hope I have intimated to that I will be a spider and not to step on me. Not through there, right? Because I was here. Yeah. Okay. As I'm moving this way, am I getting attacked by attack of opportunity or anything of that sort?
You're not. No.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So then I will kind of. Okay, hold on. The spider is 20 feet of movement, right? So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, I guess that's all my movement, and that's everything I got into my turn.
So this tiny little spider suddenly appears within the darkness of the barrel and scuttles out the little hole and just shoots across the rock. Perfect.
Actually, hold on a second. I was wondering if I could be doing that like stealthily, right? Like if I could give the pretense that I'm still in the barrel to whomever it may concern.
Roll a stealth. Okay.
Probably not.
Okay. You try your best to be stealthy. You're not sure how successful you'll be. Jasper, you're up next.
Okay, so piloting Jasper for the time being. Jasper will deftly and agilely skip over the cracks in the ice. I can't control him, but he will come into a flanking position behind Shafe.
Is he going to be... Hang on, let me change permissions here so you can control him.
Cheers.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you. So he will skip across the
Going
ice,
straight
into
the broken ice. Okay, so if he's going to do that, we need a dex save.
crap.
Okay. The dex roll.
Yep. Did that go through?
Okay.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, he bounds across the ice. In fact, there's some broken bits of ice which are sticking up, bobbing in the water. He just sort of almost tiptoes on it as he leaps across, pushing himself off and landing elegantly on the other side.
In which point he will stab twice towards that is Shafe, isn't it? The construct was called Shafe.
Yeah.
Yep, he will stab and he will use. I've got the instructions for Jasper here. He will use defensive flourish. On is it just one of his strikes or is it both? One of his strikes, isn't it? I'm sorry, I'm just looking it up. You expend 1 use of your bardic inspiration and deal extra damage equal to the number you roll on the die. You can add that number to your AC until the start of the turn. And his bardic dice is a D. Is it a D8 or is it a D10 now? So I should have looked this up first.
Don't worry.
Oh, he might even be able to do it himself.
Hello.
Hello, it's your turn, buddy. I've just positioned you in a flanking position behind Shafe, and it's over to you for the stabby stab.
Okie dokie. Bear me a second. Finalising the loading up on my screen.
You'll be pleased to know as well that you leapt across the broken ice with such grace, as if you were just dancing in the air.
The
Like a
triple
beautiful
flip
ballet
somersault,
dancer.
tuck and whirl.
Yeah, you're now positioned right behind Shape.
Perfect. So, in that case, I will start with a rapier strike, using the flanking for advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And I will use a defensive flourish with it.
Yes. Okay, go for it.
26 to hit.
26 to hit does hit.
Remarkably. That is 13 plus 1d8, which is 5. So that's 18 points of damage for that one. And my AC goes up by 5 temporarily.
Huh?
And then I'd follow it up with another strike. It's going to be a 13. That's probably not going to hit.
That doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Alright. I haven't had a chance to bring up any information yet. Forgot the dwarf's name. How does he look?
Aldrin is looking. He's taken a few hits. He's definitely injured, but he's still standing. He could be better. He's not on death's door.
I will give him a little top up, I suppose. I'll use a 3rd level healing word on him. Hey, don't go giving up on us yet. Like, we're gonna get you through this, don't worry. And he will heal. Not great. 7 health. 3 ones on the dice. Yay.
So as you extend your hand to heal, there's a little glow across his shoulders where his wounds are, and he winces for a moment before the pain sort of leaves his expression for a moment, and he nods to you. His eyes still focused fully on Shape, though.
And that will be it for me.
Yeah. So Romok, over to you.
Okay. Romok, with the words of excuse me, with the words of Aldrin ringing in his ears about being there to save his friends. Obviously, he's made his way across the ice. He's shit scared of water, and he's panicking about falling into the ice, let alone falling into the water. He's going to look towards Hezekiah and the hippo, and he's going to take a few hesitant steps towards the edge of the rock. And he's going to lock his eyes onto the rocky bank, and I'm going to use Misty Step as he collects himself and just wills himself across to the rock.
Misty Step.
Misty Step.
Okay.
But it doesn't work. It
You
doesn't work.
try your best to summon the power within you.
I thought that was only in one location.
No.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work.
Oh shit me! I thought that was only locked to one location.
No.
You've advised me wrong, mate. I thought that was locked to one location. In which case, can I retcon? Because I thought that was locked to one location.
I will.
I haven't actually used Misty Step since that because Table was convinced that it didn't work. And then I thought that was only locked to one location. In which case, no, you wouldn't try it because it doesn't work.
Okay. So
Anyway,
what would you like to do?
sorry. In which case, yes,
Okay.
sorry. With that knowledge, can I then retcon? If it doesn't work, he knows it doesn't work.
I think it was you, wasn't it, who tried in the mines several times.
That's right. Yeah.
And I've also tried my fiery teleportation in several locations, and it hasn't worked. So it's not just Lachlan's mixed step. So we've tested that all over the place.
Your Inferno Surge does work.
Yeah, but that's like a physical leap, right? The fiery teleportation that you replaced with Inferno Surge is like a teleportation.
Yes. Yeah. That doesn't work, correct.
Okay. Yep. No, that's fine. In which case, I think Romelt will suck it up, and as scared as he feels about stepping onto this ice, he knows his friends need help. So I will. So let me just measure. So I can. Where was I? I was sort of there, wasn't I? Can I use my dash action just to get across the ice?
You're doing what action, sorry?
Dash.
A dash?
Yes.
Okay.
I can end up.
Summon all of your concentration into just traversing this expanse from one rock to the other. In fact, you step back for a moment, you slouch down slightly, hands resting on the cold rock, before you surge forward and leap as far as you can, managing to just get to the other side, scrambling up the rock. Your feet barely touch the ice.
Okay. Which is I'll just ready Astrofall, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Rather kick.
Okay. So the dolls we said are floating, aren't they? About 5 feet in the air.
They are, yes.
And Shafe isn't. She's actually on. They are actually on the ice.
Yeah, she's standing on the ice. She doesn't seem to be flying in anywhere.
Okay, I have an idea for later then. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to do a Cure Wounds on Aldrin. It's going to be a 4th level.
Yep.
So that will be 24 back to him.
Very nice.
And then I will move the weapon up to Shafe. And where the hell's the attack gone? Oh, 13. That ain't gonna do, Jack.
13 does not hit.
I can't do a 1st level spell with a bonus action, can I, at this point? You can't do 2 level spells in a turn.
No.
Okay. I will just shift myself the other side of the spiritual weapon and use my bonus action of Harness Divine Power to regain a spell slot of up to level 2. So I'm just going to regain a level 2. Oh, I don't. Oh, I don't do that because I don't. Bloody hell, not used any of those ones yet. Never mind, that's it. Just me finish there.
Okay. Twip, over to you.
Right, sorry. I thought I'd unmuted myself earlier, but not. Okay, so I'm just gonna, as I'm looking like I'm slowly gonna get surrounded by these little automaton things, I'm gonna go and just attack the 2 that are in front of me.
Yeah.
Well, go for the one that's directly beside me, and then if I manage to kill him in one, then go for the other one. So
This one has taken damage. Actually, both of these 2 have taken before by the look of it.
Okay.
22 does hit.
That's for 7.
Yeah. And you bring your sword straight through, and it just slices. The head separates, and the body falls to them.
Awesome. So as I've done that on the return, I will swing out with my rapier at the other one. With another 7 to the next one.
So 26 does hit, and another 7 damage. So as you go to hit this one, he does manage to block some of the impact with his sword. It still remains. It's taken some more damage. It is looking quite damaged, but it's still fully.
And I'll use my third action then to just trying to get it with my longsword again. 16.
Does hit. Yes.
11.
11. And with that, yeah, you slice down this one as well. The sword comes clattering down, and the body clatters down next to it. All you hear is just this clunking of wood and metal.
I think that is. There's a lot of people over here. I think I'm going to slowly move up to Romok and Hezekiah's area. Okay. Up 30.
As you go running across the ice, you do hear this crack and crunch, breaking sounds as you're running. The ice is weakened, you can tell. It doesn't break for you as you slip. You're fairly light of foot.
Okay.
We go to Aldrin. Aldrin, now fully healed up and reinvigorated by your actions. He just goes, yes, that's better. This is what working together is. And he gets his axe in hand, and he looks up at Shafe and says, it's time for you to go. And he just launches into an attack with his axe. As he comes sort of this uppercut with it, he watches the axe sort of clips against the ice underneath him, just sending up little chunks of ice as it comes barreling through. And let's see, it's here. Does not hit. So he comes in powering with the axe, and Shafe just sort of does a sort of slight turn to the side as the axe comes spinning up. You watch as it just narrowly by millimeters misses her body. She turns to look at him, just eyes burning in the direction as he comes in for a second attack, which also does not work. You watch as he sort of grabs a smaller axe from his belt as the axe continues to travel up, so he can go in for a second sneak attack almost. She catches this, however, and grabs his hand before the blade sinks into her, and she just says, "No, no, no, not like that." Aldrin, he's going to stay. So we now move into Shafe. Shafe now set on all sides by all of you. She's going to very quickly spin ahead in all directions, looking at everyone who seems to be around her now. This will not do. Let's see how little heat helps you. And you watch as she suddenly starts to glow, and in a moment she shoots up into the air and at the same time spins, fire spewing out from vents in her hands and legs. There's a large area here, which is this effect. Everyone in this area here, which is everyone, can you please do a dexterity save 16?
Oh, it doesn't go well.
Beat a 16, guys.
Ooh. 17. The -1. Oh my god.
Sorry, was that only for the people in the western area?
Yeah, just everyone here within this 15 foot.
Yeah.
Jasper as well, and the water elemental if they've got one. Oh, that was the elementals one. Yeah, sorry.
Mine's just rolling.
Yeah.
Come on.
So you're okay, brother. Okay. You're going to take half as much damage.
Rolled it twice for some reason, but 18 was what I got first time.
Yeah. So Jasper and brother Keck, you are both going to take only half damage from this, and Aldrin's as well. Does
No.
He only got a 12 on his roll, unfortunately.
Yeah, we still.
Did it? Oh yeah, I still got that. Right. So damage. 24 points of fire damage to everyone in that area. Half to you two though, so only 12 points on both of you two.
How much? 24.
24 on your elemental.
Yeah.
20 as well. Fire envelops the area for a moment as Shafe shoots into the air. The ice below you is going to melt. So that area is going to now be gone, right? This man. So, yeah.
As a reaction rather than like attacking, with the deck save, can we try and like get away from the melted area?
No, not on that one. And actually, what happens as well? Anyone who failed the save is pushed 10 feet away, or in this case, it would be down.
Oh, to the ice.
Yeah. They can also make a save against being put prone. So it's going to be Aldrin and your elemental. Because they're going to go through the ice, actually, we're not going to need to do that one. Okay. Aldrin is now essentially underwater. The elemental is going to essentially be underwater as well.
Yeah.
Here. Your elemental would be here. And Shafe is going to have traveled to here.
We have got a opportunity attack when Shafe flew up.
Yes. Tell you what, I'll let you have that. That moment, you get an opportunity attack in. Aldrin would get that as well.
And the elemental? 18 would be mine.
I think an elemental is like I would do opportunity attack. 18 does not hit.
Does not. I rolled damage just in case while I was waiting.
Let's see if Aldrin can get hit in. Nope, it does not. You can roll see if the elemental is able to get hit in as well.
Yeah, I was just looking to see if it can. I think it can because it's its own sort of thing, isn't it?
Mhm.
But obviously the spiritual can't, right?
I think that
Yeah, the spiritual weapon is a non-corporeal entity.
Yeah, I just didn't know if it had a reaction, but no, that's not gonna.
basically, yeah, this moment took you all by surprise, and as she shot up into the air, the fire just spewing out, you made an attempt to attack all of you, but it all fell short. Jasper, Brother Keck, Aldrin, the water elemental now find themselves in the water, and it's very cold. Shafe rockets across and lands on the ice with a slight spin, coming to a halt. Seraphine, who you don't know the name of yet.
Nope,
Mystery fact. Okay. First off, you hear annoyed voice. She says, "You really think I'm not going to notice you slip my trap? This will not do." And there's a moment of clinking of wood. The barrel hippo, the barrel maw, rises up in the air once again, and it opens up. The puppets now. These two up here. The first one is going to make an attack against the line to right above it. Does a natural 20. Natural 20 on the topmost lion.
Didn't the lions kill one of them? Still
No.
I'm sorry.
They've managed to really damage one of them. Bring it down. Okay. So with a natural 20, Does 10 points of slashing damage. The sword plunges into it is then going to do a secondary move, and it is going to do a spin with the sword embedded in the lion. Does a 16 hit.
Yep.
Okay. Another 8 points of damage. The puppet next to it is going to go for the lion directly to its left at the bottom, and does a 24 hit.
Yep.
Okay, and that is 10 points of slashing damage. And it too is going to go in for a second attack and try and do this corkscrew move with a 16 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Does 12 points of corkscrew damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They're going to stay there, however. Those puppets are not going to move any further. These puppets are dead. These puppets over here are going to continue this way. And in fact, they're going to go very fast. And they're going to hover over the top of each of you in the water. But they're not going to be able to do anything else in that. Again, you hear another voice from somewhere. It's nearby, but it's you're not sure exactly. She says, "This has been a fun day. I look forward to adding you all to my collection." Over to you, Lob.
Right. He's on his own now, which means I can hit him for stuff. I want to hit him. Right, I am going to. What does more damage here? Okay. That might screw everyone else over, so not that. Right, yeah, I'm just gonna throw a Snillick snowball at 3rd level at who's it called? Ray. Yep. So they got to make a dex saving throw. So I'll roll up a big snowball and then just launch at him.
Okay. Dex saving throw.
Yep.
What do they have to say?
It's a 16 to beat.
Yeah, only a 9.
Cool. So they take 4d6. Oh, that's awful rolls. That's 3 ones. What's the odds?
Big snowball.
Yeah.
It broke up on impact.
Yeah, I was hoping to put some more rocks in there, but
What you thought was lots of rocks when you packed the snowball turned out to just be snow. And it just explodes over the shoulder of Shafe as she stands there.
Transport.
Yeah, do I want to move up back onto the ice? Not really. I will just. what's this line here? Is that just where the ice is broken up?
This is all the blue circles and lines. That's all broken ice.
Okay, yeah.
Big line, the square at the top. That's all where Romok was running.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just move ever so slightly, and then can I like have it go underneath the ice and then come up and crash underneath?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean it's made of water, right? So so I want it to kind of like come up through the ice, try and smash through with his attacks.
Okay.
So I guess it'll just slam twice.
Going to need to actually break through the ice. It's going to need to roll a strength check.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay.
You watch as Shafe shifts slightly as the ice underneath her bulges upwards for a moment before dropping back down. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite strong enough to power through that ice. But did you say it's got 2 attacks?
Yeah.
Like again.
Yeah, we'll just attack the ice with the first one, I guess, to break through. And then the second one can go on.
Okay. So do you want to roll again?
Yeah. What, you want me to roll strength again or attack?
Do a strength again.
Oh, let's see. Okay, much better.
Okay. Yeah. So this time, the ice just starts to actually break, crack, and explode upwards as this water element forces its way through. Just roll a damage roll on that. So that will also roll into the damage option.
Cool. So I roll to attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So this is +8. This one. So 18.
18 does not hit.
Yeah. Cool. That'll be my go, I guess.
Okay. Hezekiah.
Okay, so first, bonus action to drop my spider shape, followed by an action to call down that call lightning cloud, which is still hovering above where I was 2 turns ago. So I'm going to call it down on this spot. So those 2 puppets are going to have to pass a. Hold on, let me just cast the spell again. There you go. Dexterity, DC 16 dexterity save. And they take 11 damage if they pass, or 23 if they fail.
The first one got a 19, the second got a 10. So one of them did succeed. So the top one succeeded. However, it's not going to be any good because if he still takes damage, he only had 1 hit point left. That one.
Ooh.
One who failed takes how many? Sorry.
23.
Yeah. So the lightning just bursts through the first puppet, absolutely disintegrating, exploding out parts, and travels through its second one, which almost slams into the ground before recovering and floating back up.
All right, and then I will verbally direct the lions to finish off the other one, and if possible, go for the barrel thing I was in. Okay, so southwestern lion attacks first, fighting with advantage. So 21 for 9 piercing.
Hit.
Okay, that's the one just above it. 22 for 8 piercing damage.
The second one hit, and that does destroy this one as well.
Fantastic. And this lion, clearly understanding my commands very well, knows to back up just a little bit to take its running pounce onto
Yeah.
the barrel to whatever extent
Yeah.
that could work.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
It is up in the
strength.
air now. I would say the barrel maul is up in the air now.
Okay.
It rose back, so it
uh-huh.
is about how high? 10 foot up.
Okay, I think the lion can do that as a running jump. Yeah, yes. Can do up to 17. Okay, so right, so the line moves 20 feet straight towards. I'm assuming that the arc of the pounce counts as straight towards. Then hits with a claw attack. Then if that succeeds, it has to pass a DC 13. Oh, and Romok is an ally, right? So the pack tactic still works.
Yes, but it's up in the air, so.
Oh, right. Okay.
Not
Never mind. So, okay, so the pack tactic doesn't work. Then it's just the 9 to hit. So.
Yeah, the 9 does not hit. So I'll say you manage to. This lion does leap forward and claw onto the side of it, but because it's trying to grab hold and maintain its position on it, it can't quite get that swipe in successfully.
Got it. Okay. Aside from that, I'm going to just back up, yeah, this much, and actually there, I guess, and that's my turn.
Okay. And as the lion sort of falls back down to the ground, there's no damage. Okay. Jasper. Well, now in the water.
Yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is thrash about and swim to the side and drag myself out.
It would be you'll lose half your movement getting across because that's difficult terrain for you just to get through. So half of your movement would be gone in traversing that. So it's double your movement for that area. Sorry.
So that would use up my whole 30 foot then to get across there.
Yeah.
I sort of pull myself up, fluttering a bit. Look what you did now. Jesus. Why would you do that? Turn to Shafe. I will rub my hands together as if trying to generate some heat for a moment. And I will try and cast. Try and cast. Doesn't have any sort of attack roll or anything. Heat metal. Like, you're made of metal. How would you like this one? 3rd level. So I will chuck it up for you. Why is that cast at 4th level? Doesn't it? 3rd. Bloody thing.
Okay.
I ticked off my 3rd level spell slot and everything, so that rolled 4th level for some reason. It rolled 4d8 instead of 3d8. So I'll re-roll that one for you. Right, so let me display on here for you. Okay, so I choose a manufactured metal object. I'm going to say it's manufactured on the basis that it's a robot thingy. So it had to have been created at some point. Choose to go red hot. It takes the 3d8 damage because it's in physical contact with its own body. Until the spell ends, I can use a bonus action on each turn to do damage again. Because I'm figuring it can't drop its body on the floor, it would have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay, yeah.
until the start of my next turn. And that follows on from every time I use the spell.
Yes. Okay. So, 10 points. You watch as her whole body really starts to glow, and the cloak, her black and red cloak, starts to burn until it is just destroyed on her. She just stands there and see this fully metal body. It's all sectioned up, so there's lots of different sections built into it, and they all now seem to be popping open a little bit. There's a great noise as this metal is expanding and creaking and burning, and you watch the spark to shower off her, and she sinks into the ice, into the water. Now, is that just a continuous thing as well?
It's a concentration spell, so I do have to maintain concentration on it. That lasts for a minute. And based on this, technically, there's no saving throw that they can do to negate it.
No, that doesn't seem.
Okay. Read the middle of the spell.
So yeah, great amount of steam is out. This immense amount of steam is now billowing out from her feet as she sinks down into the ice, and then it just completely just pluming out as she now starts to sink into the water. Was there anything else you were going to do, Jasper?
As a bonus action,
I
feel like I should give myself inspiration in case I need it for a saving throw.
Self-inspiration.
Yeah, so I'm gonna touch myself for a moment. Like, come on, we can do this. Keep that fucking burning.
We don't need to see that.
Right.
You're over there. You're fine.
Move this.
But that will be it. I can't move anymore, so.
Okay. Can't do that. Just go. Not to do it. The water elemental, as it's next to her, will be taking the damage as well. Or is it just on a hit?
We'll take damage for what?
Proximity with the heat metal. I'm just trying to see if it.
I don't think there's a proximity rule on it. Per se, because if like I was standing next to something and I cast it on their sword, I wouldn't get any damage from it, so to speak. Unless they stab me with the red hot sword, of course.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Potentially, there's a rule in for if it hits them, then
yeah, I feel like there would. We'll get to that one. But yeah, at the moment, it looks like you've just done a very effective spell against her there. Okay, Romok.
Yo. So I'm currently somewhere in this red mist. This is the core lightning spell, right? So how high is the hippo in the air?
10 foot up.
About 10 foot up.
But you could still be able to reach it with Astrophel.
I was just going to ask, yeah.
Because you're 6 and Astrophel is like 6 as well.
Sorry, I will. Sorry, if I can reach it with Astro, I'll. Yeah, Reckless Great Weapon Master, and I'll just strike up.
Up, so make your attack, please. Reckless. Okay.
Reckless. Great weapon. So that's a natural 20.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, and then
Damage on that, please.
hold on, that's auto calculated it in D&D Beyond. So hold on, that should be. Hold on, so it's 2d6 plus 5, so 17, and then whatever one roll is.
You rolled 9 on that, so
Yeah, 26.
Do you have Savage Attacker as well?
I do have Savage Attacker.
So you get an extra d6, one of your damage dice.
Yeah, bear with. Let me just look this up.
So it'd be 17 plus 9 plus your d6.
Plus an extra 4. So 30 points of damage on the hippo.
Wow, it's amazing. So as you do that, you just feel Astrophel just humming in your hand as you bring it into this upper sweep into the lower portions of this large barrel. And as you do, you notice little blue flecks of light just floating off it. You make such an immense impact on the bottom of it. A large section of one of its ornamentally carved legs is just sliced off, clattering to the ground. You've not opened up a hole in anything. You've taken off a chunk.
Okay. Oh, I should have said I smite that as well.
And you
maybe you'll allow me to attach that retrospectively.
Go for it.
Thank you.
So just tell me in his planning before he got the 20.
I did. If you want the text through. So, hold on. Where's my regular smite? Oh, sorry. I'm so bunged up tonight. Divine smite. So, so that will be, and on a crit, smite double.
Is any dice roll would be double.
Okay, so my regular smite is 2d8. So that'd be 4d8, or just no? It's just normal smite.
It would be double.
Okay.
Yeah, you double the dice.
Yeah. So that's an extra 12 points of damage, so 42 in total.
So you bring this immensely powerful swipe in, and as you make contact, you channel yourself in to summon forward the smite, and you're left confused as it doesn't seem to work.
Ooh.
You see a flicker of radiant energy pulse for a second in your sword, but it just diminishes and doesn't carry through.
Okay.
And you just feel a sudden weight in your chest.
Okay. Can I infer or use insight or anything to determine why that's not worked?
Mm-hmm. Can roll.
Oh, sorry, throwing through an insight. Tell me if you need something else.
That's okay. You can do it. So you feel like your connection which you've had with your paladin oath, feel like maybe it's been stretched a little lately.
Okay.
You're not following the correct path for your religion at the moment. Or at least some actions may have tilted you off slightly. But you feel almost an something.
Okay. So, blinking through, I think that weight that he feels in his chest will be crushing. But in this moment, sorry, he will grip Asraful tight and just use what strength he has in himself to arc Asraful round in another swipe.
Yep. Roll to attack.
That's only a 15.
15 does not hit.
Okay, no, that makes sense. So yeah, I think with that sensation, with that feeling of loss, detachment, whatever, I think it's almost like a gasp, like a kind of exhalation of breath as he just, just feels that weighty disconnection.
And you almost, as you finish your successful, very good attack, and that moment happens, and you instinctively go for that second attack, just as that feeling hits you, and your footing sort of goes, you feel your knees buckle slightly, and it just pulls you down. And with a slightly weaker arm, all of a sudden, it just doesn't make sense. Brother K.
Yeah.
Okay, so this doll's just hovering above the water above me. Not really doing anything at the minute. What I do is bring in.
Realise I missed my opportunity attack on Jasper, but I'll accept bonus then. You're up, brother. Okay, go on, continue.
I will move the spiritual weapon to the other side of it first and put in a hit from that one first. So that is.
Yep. Roll your attack. 18 does hit.
Ooh. 12 points of radiant damage. And, yeah, I just mean I read it wrong. Just got confused in the moment with it all. So it takes 12 from that, and it's still hovering, I'm guessing.
It does. So it takes the impact as this large mallet just slams it into the back. You watch it rocks forward before correcting itself. Continues to hover above you. Its sword raised and pointed down in your direction.
Can I swim underneath it and swim out from the other side of it? Or is it going to need to be more south or north?
Where are you? So your movement is half north.
Yeah, so it'd be 10 foot just come the other side of it, but as it's over the top of me, I should be able to move underneath it.
You'll be able to swim down and under. Yes, you will take an attack of opportunity as soon as you dip out under the water.
I'm not trying to dip out, I'm trying to get out the other side of him, so...
Are you going under the ice or on top?
On top, trying to climb out, but going underneath him to come out on the ice that way, or do you want me here?
You can do that. No, you can do that, that's absolutely fine.
Okie doke. And off the back of that then, let's do Toll the Dead. Oh, hang on, actually. No, let me just check.
You're now obviously absolutely sopping wet and very frozen, as are you, obviously, Jack.
So yeah, I'll Toll the Dead on it. It's already got missing health, so... So Wisdom DC, Wisdom 16. And if it fails, it'll take 20 points of damage.
Wisdom, that was.
Fails. Yay, 20 points of necrotic.
Yeah, it's a fail. And a massive 20 points. You watch as this puppet just absolutely crumples into the water below. Well and truly destroyed.
So 5, 10, so I've used 20, I've got 10 more.
What was that, sorry?
I'm just trying to think, like, in terms of what I've got movement wise, what would be a better way to go. But I don't think there's anywhere I can go. I think I will leave it. Actually, 5, 10. So I'll move the spiritual weapon up to there. And I'll just move into the spot where the spiritual weapon was, and that'll be me.
Perfect. Twin, back to you.
Okie dokie. So where Romok is, that's a ledge, isn't it? So it's 10 foot up.
That's right, yeah.
Okie dokie. And is it just the large hippo that's left?
You're not sure now because you can't see up from your vantage point.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. So I will. Yes, as I was running up to see all the commotion, I'll clamber up the 10-foot climb. Do you want me to roll anything for that?
This one, yeah, this is a lot higher now. So yeah, give me a dex roll, please. Just normal dex.
Yep.
Or actually, you know what? It could be a strength or athletics.
Yeah, I'll go athletics because that's high for me.
Yeah, absolutely no problem. You scale that perfectly.
Okay.
Jump right behind Romok.
Yeah. Yeah. So as I've got up there, can I notice now how many creatures are left?
You can see the group of lions, which all look sort of. These are white snow lions, and they all look very bloodied. There's a couple of droid puppets there, and 10 foot above you, you can see this barrel hippo just floating. It's all popped open. All these joints have opened up, but it's there, just hovering above 10 foot.
Okay.
And Hezekiah is further over there as well. You can also see
Hezekiah, what? Sorry.
Hezekiah. You can also see him. He's the first spider, so you can see.
You said that. That's fine. So I will shoot at the hippo my bow, as I would have assumed I would have stowed my sword while I clambered up the 10-foot cliff.
Yeah, that's fine.
18?
He does hit, yes. Okay. Yeah. 10 points of damage. The arrow shoots off into the side of the sort of sways in the air slightly in the impact, but it doesn't do anything else.
Okay, and I'll do a second attack, and then
Well,
that'll be me. And that's for 6.
Okay, another arrow just slams into this wooden hippo. Perfect. Aldrin, he is in the water, and he is not liking the water. He starts spluttering. He's just coughing as all this water is washing over him, and he starts trying to scramble out and get out of the ice. And in doing so, he does move away and gets an attack opportunity. This guy. And that does hit. So a blade just slices down his back and just sort of stumbles forward. But he now stands up looking at a sunken Shafe who is dropping down into the water in front of him. He runs forward, pulling his axe out. He goes, I fucking hate the water. And he brings the axe up over his head and brings it slamming down. And cannot roll well with this. Unfortunately, as he's bringing the axe down, a red hot arm shoots up and grabs hold of the axe as he's bringing it, just stopping it completely. And Aldrin is not happy with that, and he goes forward to kick Shafe in the face with his big heavy boot, which also doesn't hit. And as he goes to do that, she's just simply still holding onto his axe, pulls it across, making him lose his balance and lose his aim with his foot. As he just glances against the axe. Unfortunately, Shafe, who is now sort of waist high in the water, just looks at him and just, oh dear, your time has come to an end. It's her go now. Her red hot body. When did she take damage? Is it the start of her go, or is it the end?
The damage is I've got to do it with a bonus action on my turn.
Your turn, okay. Right.
Yeah. But she has got disadvantage on all attacks until my go.
And ability check.
And ability check.
She is going to bring both hands out of the water in a very swift moment. And at the same time, the hands sort of completely detach themselves, separating out these metal sections, just sliding back and slipping back until these hooked spikes, then not spikes, these hooked scythes almost peer out, and she lurches forward like a praying mantis and goes for his legs. And let's see how she does this.
Helps.
So the first one is a success. In grab his legs with these scythes, and it's going to take. Okay. Anyway. He's going to 10 damage as she slices into the back of his feet, and then she's going to yank and pull. He's going to just do a dex save to see if he can save himself from that. Not enough, unfortunately. She, with these newly formed scythes in her arms, these glowing green scythes, hooks his legs. As they hook, they slice into his flesh through his arm and yanks his feet, pulling him down so he slams onto his back, and she pulls him in towards her in the water again. She's essentially grappling him. And as she gets him and pulls him in, she embraces him, these scythe arms just cutting into him. She just looks down with this empty face, this porcelain mask, and these green eyes. I wonder how you fare under the water. I don't need to breathe. As she continues to think. He's looking pretty messed up as well. I'll let you know. Seraphine.
Who?
Yes, Tabaxi.
Yes.
She is going to take a moment. The barrel more above your head, Romok, is going to shift before dropping on top of you. And it is going to enclose. All these clasps close down around and engulf you. At the same time, these several poles just shoot up into the air, spin in the air, and reposition, facing down towards the barrel. She says, well, the more of my little puppets you remove, the more I can concentrate on each one individually. Isn't that interesting? She's going to then move this here, and this. These are going to then come in straight at you, Jasper, for the first one. Does a one. Natural one is definitely not going. That was the first attack. Second attack. Plus. 17 to hit.
That does hit.
It does hit. Okay. So the first attack comes down and just misses completely, but it then brings up a swiping attack with the sword, which does 10 points of slashing damage against you.
Beaten up now. And I need to make a con save.
But you also need to, well, you do need to make a Constitution save for me as well when you do that. Because what you realize is that the blade comes in, you notice that now gushing down the blade from the hilt is just this purpley liquid. So can you do a Constitution save for me, please, for poison? You need to beat
Okay, so 19.
Okay, you resist the poison.
19. And I've got to beat a 10 for this. Eight, but I'll use my bardic on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll maintain concentration as well.
Just managed to bring that back. However, the puppet spins and comes in for a third attack on you.
Third attack.
There is only a couple puppets left. She comes in for a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
And this one is 10 points of slashing damage. And if you can do a Constitution save for me as well, please.
What's the DC again?
15 to beat.
Big roll, come on. 15 on the money.
You managed once again just to resist this poison as you can just sense it trying to just nip at you. The puppet just hovers there, completely dead expression on its face. It's got these black painted eyes in this wooden face. Its
I
sword
would like to point out at this moment, anyone looking at me will see me like swaying on my feet. Like I am looking really bad.
Oh, everyone's struggling.
Like it's a miracle I
The other-
survived that bad.
And the other puppet is now going to attack you, Brother Keck.
Okay.
Watch your
with
friends get
a-
swallowed.
22 to hit.
Yeah.
Don't forget your super potions, by the way, guys.
You've got 6 points of slashing damage. Plus, if you could do a Constitution save for this.
Mm.
I will also point out that these puppets attack and have also taken damage in the past. So they are Constitution save, you resist it. It comes in for a second attack. Almost. 6 to hit. That one.
Nope.
And it then moves in again for another third attack as well. This time coming in for a 17 to hit.
Nope.
No. Oh, okay.
20.
So just that first one which you managed to resist on the poison. So perfect. Let me move the barrel more over to you, Roman. You're encased. That's all I can do on that. And you just hear her laughing as the laugh just echoes around, bouncing off the ice. And it's just horrendous. She seems to be relishing everything that's happened. Problem.
Sabine, are you? Woody?
Yes.
Is it my turn?
Yeah. Did you not hear me? I did say. Did
No,
I
I
back up?
I must have cut out, or you must have cut out. I don't know. I was like, I heard you do the laughing, and then it just nothing. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, it is your go. Sorry.
Hey, and everyone's dying. Can yeah, I'm gonna try and save our old friend here somehow. Right. This might be a little bit crazy. How far down is he?
You're 5 foot, and she is still sticking out of the water.
Yeah.
So
How far down under is he?
he is the same level as her.
Okay. But
They're
just
sort
head.
of half the body. Yeah, half the body is underwater, same as her.
Okay. I can't move very fast. Is his head's
Yeah.
under the water, right there?
His head is not under the water. No.
Oh, okay.
Going
But
water, sinking down, and she is still burning hot. So actually, he will be taking damage.
oh no. Right. How can I hurt them without hurting him? God, I'm awful. I can't do anything. Fuck. It's always hard going after what they do. Because I've got to react. And I'm just like, I don't have any time to think about what to do. Right, I'll move here. I'll try and move round. Can I do a tidal wave in a way that pushes only her? So maybe this way. I'll push her towards me.
Because she's grappling him, they are essentially.
Oh. Okay. Maybe not. Fucking hell. Wait.
Like shape.
Oh, I've got something.
To,
Okay.
like wedge them apart.
Alright. I am just going to. I'm just gonna do a little poison spray, I think. So a con 16 save for now.
Okay. Poison spray, did you say?
Yes. Oh, fuck. That doesn't work.
She wouldn't need to worry about that. She is
No,
resistant.
it's resistant.
Immune to poison.
Yep, but that was a distraction. Anyway, it was a puff of smoke.
Oh, actually, I've got down here just she's resistant to it. Actually, not immune. Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so con save.
The concept is plus 16. 16 to the con save.
I got 6. My DC is a 16, so meets it beats it, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
She does resist that.
Oh, okay, so that does nothing. Okay, my plan of what I was gonna do isn't gonna work, so that's that. Yeah, I'll just get the water to hit it twice. I don't know, and then that'll be it, I guess. Jesus Christ.
Take your attacks. The water element.
Yeah, so both of these are +8, so lowest is a 23.
It's a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they both hit. Cool. And it's these plus 8, so what's that? 16 times 2, 32 damage, bludgeoning.
32 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How would you want this water elemental to finish off Shay?
Oh, okay.
That was enough. By quite a bit.
Maybe kind of like get in between like the clockworky bits and kind of almost like pressure build up, like a bursting pipe sort of thing, and just too much.
So as this burning hot metallic body gripping onto this dwarf is sinking into the water with him, just plumes of smoke just billowing out. The water elemental just sort of almost merges in with even more smoke, if you can imagine it. Steam just starts to absolutely erupt from her to the point where everything is invisible now for you to see. It's just this towering steam just going so high in the air. And as it dissipates, you see the water elemental just reforming itself. Little bits of metals just separated and in various places around on the ice around, and shape is nowhere to be seen. But also, Aldrin is also not. But you have taken out Shay. Hezekiah.
Yikes. Okay. The barrel is now ground level, right? The one around
It
Romok?
has now dropped, completely engulfed Romok, and shut itself.
And this is physically the same barrel which, got whacked quite a bit a round ago, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so Twin Edge would count as ally for the southernmost lion. So I'm going to have that lion do the bite at advantage. 18 for 7 piercing.
18 does hit. Yeah.
Is the barrel looking kind of broken up now, or?
Yeah, it's looking damaged. Yes, it's taken very serious hits.
Right.
But it's still intact.
It is very tempting to blast the barrel with Romok instead of with fire, but I will try to abstain from that. I'll have this line. Oops, I just moved its hit points. I'll have this line back up a little bit, and then maybe here, I guess, and then charge down with the pounce to hit the. Okay, now where do the hit points go? To do the pouncing attack with the claw on that line, and the damage stick. So 13 to hit.
No, unfortunately not.
Okay. Okay. I really want one of these lions to try to figure out where she might be, so I'm gonna have it do its 10 feet of movement for the. Once again, do 10 feet of movement for its 25-foot leap to get over here, and do another keen smell based perception.
Okay, roll your perception. Not quite sure. Seems like there's a small area, but not.
Sorry, I have one more on that. I just accidentally closed the lion page.
Okay.
Yep, there we go. Oh, never mind, it's worse. Okay.
Unfortunately, yeah, it can't quite pinpoint where she might be. There's definitely a smell in the area, but not sure exactly.
All right. So Hezekiah, in that case, hey Romok, I really apologize if this goes quite badly, but I'm going to cast level 4 Scorching Ray on the barrel.
Oh, okay.
So that's 5, I think. Yeah, 5 rays. Yeah, how many did I go so far? That's 4. So one more. Or maybe I'll roll the damage on these, and you can tell me if that takes it out.
So,
okay.
Yeah, the first one is a no.
Okay, so then 23 from the second, third, and fourth.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Still up, huh?
Good.
Okay, then the last Scorching Ray. Bring it home. 18?
18 does hit.
Or 12. Nice.
Okay. The barrel is now completely singed and actually catching fire. Flames are just rolling up the sides of it. It looks very badly damaged.
I shut out. Romok, you might be able to break through with your own strength. It's very damaged. And that's it for my turn.
Jasper.
Jasper is very shaky. He's so lifts up his rapier. He lifts up his rapier and holds out in front of him towards the doll that's just attacked him. Spits a bit of blood on the floor. See, and he just calls out loudly to the tabaxi. So he's saying, You seem to be doing a very good job of underestimating us. You don't seem to know who you're facing, and he will attack twice at the wooden doll, whatever it is, thingy in front of him.
Okay. Roll your attack.
With a defensive flourish on a hit. 11.
One does not hit.
Second one is a 16.
One does hit.
Okay, so where's the big rolls gone? That's 8 plus a d8. 6, so 14 damage, and my AC increases.
You watch as your first attack just feebly doesn't make anywhere near the distance to close on this doll. So, sort of like you have no strength in that arm. But you bring back a second attack with a lot more power, and you do manage to actually break this one in half. And it falls to pieces.
In doing so, Jasper would sort of let out a laugh and like, I told you, we've got this for nothing. And I will cast Healing Word on myself at 4th level. Hopefully get some better rolls than last time I tried this. Not really. 11 points of healing.
Okay. Yourself 11 points. Some of the wounds start to seal up. Still pretty. Okay. Was there anything else you want to do at all?
I'll move.
I would say the movement is halved as you're completely soaking wet on the ice.
Okay, I'll just sort of shuffle up to here for now, and that'll be it for me.
And also, can you just give me a Constitution check as well?
Okay. It's a random check, nothing to worry about. 7.
You feel the cold from the water and from the environment really now. It's pressing against your hand. You just feel your hands starting to shake, and you can just sense that if you don't warm yourself up soon, things could get worse.
Noted.
You're physically really shaking. Okay. Romok, you are restrained within this hippo. It is very dark in there. There's just a little bit of light filtering in from these several holes all around, and you can actually now feel heat from outside as you can even see little flames flicking in through the holes in the sides, and you can tell that you're inside a burning barrel.
I think inside the kind of darkness symbolic of the darkness that Romel currently feels, having lost some of his attachment to the divine power, I think I'll struggle. I'll grip Astrofall and just do my best to work my way out. So I will reckless attack from within the hippo and just summon as much strength as I can to try and break out.
Yeah. Okay.
So reckless will cancel out the
You're
restraint.
sorry. Just rereading my stats on this. You said you are grappled and restrained. Now you can try and escape. There's a DC 18. A Dex, sorry, not Dex, strength save of 18.
Sorry, can you say that again, Woody?
You need to get a Dex save on your strength. Sorry, 18 to beat.
Blimey.
To try and force your way.
That's only 16.
So you try as much as you can and just force yourself and try and flex yourself out as much as you can and put as much pressure on the walls of this this barrel. Unfortunately, it doesn't get.
That was a regular check, right? Not a save where his bonus would come into help.
It says dexterity save. I said it was on strength. On here, it's telling me dex save, so that would be correct what you rolled.
Okay. Can I not? I can't attack then if I'm grappled and restrained.
Grappled and restrained, you can't really do it. You
Damn.
failed to.
Yeah. Then I guess I will just brace myself for a potential burning.
No.
Unless.
Okay. I will tell you this as well.
I mean,
as
sorry, go on.
You failed to escape, one of the spears hovering above you is going to suddenly plunge down into one of the holes in the barrel and spear into you. Please roll a DC 18 con save.
Con save. Okay.
Does the barrel have like a distinct grappled and restrained, which is different from the regular grappled and restrained? Because
this is a custom thing here, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is all stuff I've put together for these characters.
Okay, got it.
And I've also pulled information from another manual as well. So DC 18 con save, you got a 9.
I rolled a 9. Ironically, in D&D Beyond, the dice rolled from the 18 to the 4.
No.
Yeah.
I hate it when it does that.
I watched it. I was like, yes!
Such a tease.
No.
Okay. As you strain against the sides and feel nothing happening, you drop your head for a moment and just try and concentrate and prepare yourself for what's coming. And it does come. Suddenly a spear rockets down through and you feel it slice through and embed itself in your body deep inside. You take 23 points of damage.
Okay.
And you are now stunned until the end of the next.
Okay. Can I, just as a bonus action, now feeling that searing pain shoot through my body? It's a little bit after the fact that it's happened. Can I now bonus action rage?
I'll allow you to bonus action rage.
I'm not gonna cancel out the damage. I'm saying having felt the pinch of damage in reaction to that, I now rage.
In that moment, you just feel the rage take over you, but it's sort of shuddering rage as you find your body just shuddering against the impact, against the shock of the wound. You are going to be next step. Brother.
Okay. So, from my vantage where I've seen, like, Shake being taken down,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring.
Still have one. Yeah.
I'll bring a spiritual weapon back to clonk this thing on the head. Would it get any advantage from being flanked in that way?
Yes, you can have that. You're both there in direct combat.
Oh, 2 17s.
Which is a hit, yeah.
For a nice 12 points of damage.
You got anything you can add to that?
Not. Well, what's it rolled? It's done 2d8 plus 4, isn't it? No, that's all that the damage it can be.
So this spiritual mallet just comes in and just sort of sideswipe, smashes the side of this pup. Takes a lot of impact, lots of bits of splintered wood showering down off it, but it remains there. It looks very fragile, but it's still in the air.
Alright, and then just to cover all bases here, 5th level Mass Cure Wounds dropped roughly where Aldrin was. I'm guessing I can't see him for now, but it'll hit everything within a 30-foot radius. So that's the water elemental, that's Jasper, that's me, that's Lachlan, and Aldrin, hopefully. And it'll give...
Yeah, he is out.
And get 15 points back each.
Was there anything else you want?
No, because while he's still there, I don't want to risk him having another stab. Well, I was going to do it anyway, but I don't want him chasing me with an extra opportunity, so I'll probably just hold.
Can you shell, or is that an action?
Shout.
Shell, where you go inside your little shell.
It'll only give me a +1 to my AC.
Oh, okay.
So there's no point, because I'd have to use my action to come back out. So
Who
yeah.
did you cast Mass Cure Wounds on?
It was in the middle where Aldrin was, so it's got
Aldrin,
Lachlan, the Water Elemental, Jasper, and me. Because, yeah, both Jasper and Aldrin are quite beat up.
Is it range? Can you not just say people? Oh, it's a wave, okay.
It's a 30-foot point I choose, and it
Yeah,
waves
yeah,
out
I'm getting confused with whatever the other one's.
Yeah, that's me then. Anyway.
Twin. You are now next to this flaming barrel. You've seen one spear just go shooting into it.
Yeah, would I have known roughly where that spear came from, or did it come from? Was it like part of the automaton barrel?
You can see floating above this barrel is a series of spears, all pointing down towards it.
Oh shit! Okay. And the barrel's back up high, or back 10 foot above me.
Barrel is right next to you on the ground.
Oh, okay. In that case, then, can I see if I can sort of prise it open with a sword? If I can try and like shove a sword in and prise it open.
Okay.
Or would that...
How delicately do you want to do this?
So I wanted to go for the same area that it sort of opened up and swallowed Romok.
So there was lots of sections of it which did pop open. So it's if you do imagine it like a barrel, there's all these sort of sectional bits of wood, and they all did sort of spring open before latching closed. There's also lots of little areas, these holes throughout it. As long as you're not trying to sort of shove the sword in, you can definitely try and sort of crowbar it open.
Yeah. I'm not thinking about like pop-up pyro or anything like that.
Okay,
so as it's right next to me, can I see any visible hinges?
There are, yeah. There's a whole load of them. All of these bits of wood which opened up, all separate, so they each have their own hinges. So there's at least sort of 10, 15 hinges.
Is the fire damage warping the wood at all, or to make any of this easier?
No.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay, I want to try and like pry my sword into one of the hinges to pop it open.
Okay, so give me a athletics. Give me an athletics check. Let's see. You're strong enough. You need to beat a 15.
Fuck.
So sorry. You try and
I'm sorry, Rob.
you're trying to find the exact angle which you can get this sword in one of these little gaps. Can't quite find it, and the sword is just not moving in any way.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank God. Can
Yeah,
I just? Sorry.
You didn't skewer him, don't you?
Yeah, I was thinking, oh shit, I've rolled in that one. I was thinking it's gonna be you tried to open the hinge and the sword just went straight through. And like, oh fuck. Okay, can I just try and hack at it rather than trying to pierce the barrel? Just hack at it.
Yep, roll your attack.
Would this, would the first one of being an action as well, or is this be?
Yeah,
that
that was one of your
okay, that's one of
actions.
my attempts. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll just hack at it rather than trying to pierce it.
Yeah, so that is a hit.
And that's 11.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I could do. Yeah, because that was only an action. I could do a bonus action as another hack. Which will just.
So the first one, you go in and you just chop in, and you actually do chop a little section of it, and you can see you'll open up a small part of it, and you can actually see inside, and it's right close to near where Romuk's face is.
Yeah.
Second one, however, he's rolled a D100.
Ah, shit. Knew it was going to come to that. 58.
As you go to roll a damage for me, please. Okay. You go to slice into it again. This time, you kind of lose your footing a little bit, and your complete angle on this swipe goes in wrong, and it kind of glances off the side. And because you slipped, you're sort of also falling forward slightly, and you bring it in, and you just slice yourself a little bit. Take 5 points of damage. From your
Oh,
own
good.
sword.
Oh, good. I haven't hurt Romuk. That's fine. I'll take
You-
damage myself.
You took
Yeah. So 5 points of damage or 10.
5. You take half the damage.
Not a problem at all. Yeah, I'll try and like shout through the. Well, he's right next to me, so I'll say to Romuk through the hole that I'm just trying to cut you out. It's a very tough barrel.
Barrel has taken a lot of damage. It's looking very rough, and you've now chopped a section of it. So,
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
No.
Aldred is underwater. Swim his way up, and he's going to start to put himself out. And he's just going to start spluttering. He actually even vomits a little. wipes it, looks around, and he sees that there's a puppet still standing there. And he just pulls himself to his feet, soaking wet, and he starts to move across. Can only get to here, and he's going to pull a small hand axe from his belt, and he's going to launch it towards this puppet next to. And it's a natural 20.
Awesome.
The axe slams into the side of the puppet's head and just sends it careening, cartwheeling off to the side, and it collapses down into a crumple of broken bits. And he looks to you, Brother Keck, and he's breathing heavy. I got you, lad. Save the others. Yeah, he can't move any further there, actually, so. Shape. Seraphine. Tabaxi. She sounds almost disappointed. Useless. I always told them that that one was going to be trouble. At least I can make you pay. Say goodbye. And you watch as two of the spears shoot down into the barrel.
No.
Romar.
Yep.
You are stunned on this one, so there's no saving you on that.
But he is
No.
raging.
You are raging.
I am raging, so I do have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Please. I'm just trying to think if you have to do this con save or not. What is it? Roll a DC. You'd be a DC 18 con save twice.
Okay.
Or are you going to take the
Like twice, did you say?
2 spears coming?
Okay, there's the first one, natural 20.
Perfect. You hear the whistle of the wood coming in. You just heard it before, and although you're stunned, you manage to just shift yourself and press yourself against the edges as much as you can as a spear comes thudding in, and it just narrowly avoids every single part of you. Roll me another one, please.
It's 22.
Oh.
Another spear thuds in, and this one just sort of shooting down over your shoulder and managed to thread down between your legs without hitting anything. She is two. That's all she's doing on her go. And the last thing you hear before she finishes her go is, oh, don't worry, I still have plenty more for you in there. I imagine you're running out of space, as well as time. And that's it. Lock.
So we still don't know where she is, right?
Not at the moment, no.
Oh, for God's sake. But she can see, right? So she's got to be in a place where she can see. Theoretically. Yeah, I don't want to just cast spells at random and hope for the best. Let's just try help Romok out. I'm gonna send my thing. I'm just gonna do that first. It's gonna full dash, just go 80 feet, kind of just go under the water where it has to, come back up,
Mm-hmm.
and just
Yeah.
full move. I'll do that. I know I'm doing that. And then I would like to. I'm just gonna get back on top of this rock, and I just want to use
It's
my
gonna remain under the water unless you want to actually try and get it to.
under
It's
the
a full
water.
dash. Oh, it's on top of the water now, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's back up. I just mean like, I don't
Okay, no,
think
that's
the
fine.
gaps would really affect it when it can just kind of glide over
No,
it anyway, right?
no, that's
But yeah, I'll go up on this rock and I will try and, I don't know, see if I can see her.
we have perception check.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah, no, no problem. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Hezekiah.
I feel like the lion's sense of smell is just so good compared to like any other real ways we have of finding her. But also, we definitely need to get Romak out of this thing. So I'm gonna have this line over here back up just a little bit and do the 10-foot charge pounce attack. So that's a claw attack at advantage. 17 to hit for 4 slashing.
17 does hit just.
Okay. Now, I'm not sure this applies to it being a barrel and all that, but then the target must succeed on DC 13 strength throw or be knocked prone.
Not on this. I mean,
But-
if you.
Okay.
The only thing it would do is it could possibly roll it off the cliff.
Sounds bad for Romark.
Kind of stationary. So it's a very
Right.
large 10-foot barrel. So it's
Right.
very heavy.
Okay. It's not like actively on fire though, right? It's kind of like smoldering, maybe.
No, it's not. It's not catching fire. No, it was just a moment
Oh,
of
okay.
the flame flicking up and staying there for a moment.
Okay.
It's not an inferno. It's
Okay. In that case, I will do 3rd level Scorching Ray at this thing. So 4 blasts. I'm sure that's got to get it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 24, 17, 17, and 19. Do all those hit?
all of those hits.
Okay, so that's 14, 21, 31 fire damage.
31 points of fire damage. Okay. These bolts of flame just erupt against the surface of this barrel, and it just ignites once again. The flames just rolling up. Inside Roma, you can see the flames just licking through the gaps that have been opened up and the little holes which are available, and you can feel the heat inside. It doesn't break, but it's damaged. It's still very damaged.
All right. Let's do, okay, between the 2 more lions, it's got to be this. Come on, let's go. Northeast Lion. 23 to hit for 9 piercing damage.
Yes. Fine. Okay.
Last go. 21 to hit for 11 piercing.
Okay. The lions just go ferociously at it, just tearing and biting at the wood, and you watch as another few sections of it splinter off and break and expose a bit more of Romok inside. You can now see part of his arm and his hand, but the barrel is still intact somehow. But it's a massive amount of damage.
Okay. We'll get you out, Robok! Keep strength! That's it for me.
Next up, Jasper. We just saw the time.
Would I get a sense of how much longer I've got before I need to warm up before I get too cold?
You can just feel that you're definitely feeling the effects of it. You're not sure exactly when. Roll me a medicine check. You've never been this cold before, and you can feel your fingers are numb. You get the impression you probably need to heat yourself up within the next minute or something bad happens.
See, now anything I was carrying on me would have probably got wet when I fell into the water. So, in that sense, I'd imagine something like a torch that I wouldn't be able to light it. Out on the ice, there isn't going to be much that I can do to keep myself warm. So, hmm.
Would it be inappropriate to suggest heat metal?
That's what I was debating. I can heat a dagger and clutch it to my chest.
Is it also like it's a minute, so you got 10 rounds of this, yeah?
Yeah. Still don't know where she is. So, I'll amble forward a bit more.
Okay.
I'm only able to go to 15 as it stands. It's my slightly reduced movement. Slight shiver in my voice, like, you know, you could at least tell us your name, or the right to know who's trying to kill us. See if there's any response before
You hear a response back saying, "You have the pleasure to know that you're being murdered by the wonderful Seraphine, puppet master extraordinaire."
Seraphine. Or Seraphine.
Seraphine. Okay. Was there anything else you want?
So was that? Just so I can write it down. Was it Seraphine or Seraphi?
You can see it in the. But you want to get the
Oh, can't see it at the moment.
I think looking at the time, we might have to call it after this full round as well, guys. So after she has her next go, we're gonna stop.
Okay. Right. So now I've got a name. I'm going to use my action to try and cast Psychic Glance.
Okay.
How about that? Seraphine. What a wonderful name. And it can go. Let me measure this out.
Like 150 or something.
120 from me. So by
Okay.
in that radius.
Okay, you release your psychic glance, and you used it before, and you felt it make a connection. This time, you don't feel a connection. Anything to reach.
I rolled just in case. But okay. So, guys, she's definitely not immediately close. And thinking of where I'd expect roughly the area to cover, I'd try and give some guidance to the others, like try further east, in amongst my shivering, and that will be my turn.
Mm-hmm. Romok, you're stuck. You can't do anything at the moment.
Yeah, still stuck. I think I'm just going to attempt to break out of this thing again.
You're not going to be able to this round.
Sorry, say that again.
As you're stunned, you're not going to be able to on this round.
Then yeah, I don't think there's anything that I can do this turn. Then is there? How hot is it now in the hippo? Like, will I be feeling the effect of the flames looking at the side?
It's definitely gone up about sort of about 15, 20 degrees inside there, but it's not to the point where it causes an issue yet. Yeah, you're in a little hot box.
See, that's what Jasper needs.
Brother
Being
K.
stunned, I'll pass my turn on.
Yeah.
Okay, so doing half speed on us, I'm 30 feet to there. I'm assuming I can see the hippo and then kind of, like everyone else, saw it come down at some point.
I also need you to roll a constitution save. You can feel it starting to build on you a little bit. This shaking and shivering is coming about, but you're just told it. But you're okay to continue.
Cookie. Yeah, I assume I can see the hippo thing from this distance, maybe just from the angle.
It's 10 foot up in the air from you because it's sat on top of the rock, which is 10 elevation.
But I can see it, kind of.
Yeah, it's daytime. Yeah.
So I can do Toll the Dead on it.
Okay.
Which is a 60-foot range and Wisdom 16 DC.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's missing HP, it'll be a 12. So if it fails, it takes 26 necrotic damage.
Okay. So got a 15 on its roll. So is it half damage?
If it succeeds, it just doesn't take anything.
Don't take it.
Nope. So I'll just bring the weapon a bit closer, and I think that's all I can do then. If it's passed on that, it's a bonus
Twin.
action. No, sorry.
Okay. I'm 6 plus 4. What am I?
How are you looking, by the way, Romok?
I am about half health at the moment.
You've still got your half orc endurance as well, right?
I do. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Should I hit 0, I can pop back up with 1.
I don't go straight back down again.
So as I don't want to potentially hurt Romok with my sword or pierce the barrel, or again hurt myself. I'm going to stow my swords and just use my cat claws to see if I can just chip away at this wood to try and get Romok out quicker. So I'm going to try where I've made the hole in the last round, where his mouth is, try and like prise it open from there.
Yeah. Okay. Roll your attack. Okay, that's a good hit. Really good hit. Roll your damage. 7. Okay. You managed to chip away another bit of wood, exposing a bit more of Romok.
And I'll just do it again.
That one doesn't.
Can I say after the next round that I've got like extra sharp claws because I'm a cat? Do a little bit more damage.
You certainly feel like you should be doing damage with your claws. You take pride in sharpening. 7 damage is what you managed to get.
Alright.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything else I can really do. I've done my 2 actions actually. No, I haven't bloody already used my things. I can't do that. Yeah, that's it until the next round, and I can use my other thing. Yep, that's it.
We move to Aldrin. He is going to see everyone crowding over here. He's going to try and get over here as well. He's going to go for a jump across the ice, and he does not succeed. And he just collapses into the ice again and pulls himself out on the other side. This time he failed on his constitution. He starts to shake quite bad and continues to move forward as much as he can. He is going to try and throw an axe at the Moor as well. Okay. No. The axe just does not make it and just goes lands just shy of the water elemental. In fact, just skids across the bank to the edge of the rock down. He drops his head for a moment, pulls another hand axe. I'm not good at this time. And he launches it. This one hits.
That's good.
1 point of damage.
Why did I save him? He's not adding much.
He's just rolling terribly. 1 point of damage. The axe just sort of clips into the side. A little small bit of wood chips off. So I'll leave you with this, shall I? Enjoy. Above the Barrowmore, 2 more spears suddenly shoot down and into the barrel. Romok. Please DC 18 Constitution save.
Onesie.
You're good, you're good. First spear slides straight through another hole and out of another one. This time it goes through a bit where it's already been damaged by some of the attacks, and it just couldn't quite work its way in as it moved. Roll me one more, please.
Well.
Okay. This one, you so Twin, as you're there, you're looking at Romok as through the little gap, and then through that gap, another spear comes slicing through, and you take 19 points of damage. Romok.
19.
The spear fed itself. Yeah, so 19, half that.
Okay.
Anyone else in there?
And that's it. And we're going to have to call it there for the night, guys. The time is. Yeah. We'll finish this in the next game.
Literally just hacking away at a wooden barrel.
This is what we fought.
Yeah.
And we're not
Still
even prepared for that good